Hello, my fellow oddities. Time to put your mind at ease, so sit back, no need to rush, take a load off and pick up a brush. Today we're going to be painting a fallen tree with some mushrooms growing out of it and a monarch butterfly. Please, if this is your first time, make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and we'll start. So the first thing I did was the background. I did some blue with some light greens, a little bit of dark, and added these white little wispy things to it. I'm not really sure what they were supposed to be. This comes from a reference image, but really I only looked at it about once and just ran with it from there. We are on to the fallen tree now. I started off with my darker browns, and from there I went on and did the lighters to the darkers to the lighter, so that way we go back and forth like usual, making sure to keep my light source as always coming from the upper right hand side down to the lower left. To the grass. I started off with a mid-tone, went back through as always with my lighter hues, darker hues, back and forth, using mostly my comb brush here at the beginning to get the details. You'll notice it kind of looks a little bit rigid, a little bit not random like it should, but once I go back through with the regular brushes, I'll fix that. Back through with this rough textured fan brush and brushed it upwards to give it a rough texture. The last step here is to go in with the small brush and do all the fine details. Now we're going to paint the mushrooms. The mushrooms, I used a white with a little bit of raw umber mixed in, just a very slight amount to give it just the off-white color, and then played around with a little bit of browns and whites from there to get the shadows and highlights on it. And the mushroom caps, I started off with a bright orange and wasn't getting the coverage that I wanted, so I went back and forth with the lights and darks like always just to get the coverage and the detail that I really wanted. They ended up being a lot better than what I was hoping for. So for the orange colors, I mixed some cadmium yellow with a little bit of cadmium red, just a very little bit, and then mixed a tiny bit of yellow ochre in there to give it that muted tone. so it wasn't so bright. Going back and forth in there with a little bit of black and a little bit of white to add the shadows and the highlights like always. Now time to paint a butterfly. This is the first time I have ever painted a butterfly. I just kind of went off a reference image and just wung it. So it came out pretty good. I was pretty impressed. The wings aren't exactly proportioned the way I wanted them to, but I ended up making it work pretty well. Back through now, doing some final touch-ups on it with the darks and doing the most important part at the end here is signing it. If this is your first time on my channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Every subscription really helps with my visibility. Make sure that you share if you enjoyed this, maybe paint along, show me what you got. Thank you very much for stopping in and watching my videos. Make sure you can always go to my website to look at my shop and support me. I have prints on this available soon. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next time.